नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदीक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या ज्योतिश्चक्षुगुणाग्रहः यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदीक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या चक्षुगुणाग्रहः यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदीक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या आत्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदीक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या चक्षुगुणाग्रहः आत्मनि निरालोकम् दिदीक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या ज्योतिश्चक्षुगुणाग्रहः Anybody wants to chant? Aishwarya Mataji, like to start?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, stand up please. यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदृक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणाग्रहः.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी. यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदृक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणाग्रहः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभुजी.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदीक्षितः निर्भिन्ने हि अग्नि तस्या ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणाग्रहः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मनं कादिराक्षत निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्या ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणाग्रहः.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम. यदात्मानि निरालोकम् आत्मानां च दिदक्षसः निर्भिणे हि अक्षिणी तस्य ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणग्रहः। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मनं च दृदीक्षितः ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणग्रहः।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदीक्षदः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्य ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणाग्रहः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मनां का दिरीक्षत निर्भिन्ये हि अक्षिणी तस्य ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणाग्रहः।
हरे कृष्ण। यदात्मनि निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदर्शत निर्भण्ये हय अक्षिणी तस्य ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणग्रहः। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। यदा निरालोकम् आत्मानं च दिदृक्षतः निर्भिन्ने हि अक्षिणी तस्य ज्योतिश्चक्षुर्गुणग्रहः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Yada I Atmani Niralokam Atmanam body
body
other bodies
also other body forms
desires to look upon
desires to look for Agni of the eyes Tasya of him Jyotihi
the sun.
Chakshuhu
the eyes Gunagraha
The power of seeing.
Thus, when everything existed in darkness, the Lord desired to see Himself and all that was created. Then the eyes are illuminating sun, God, the power of vision, the object of sight, all became manifested. Thus everything existed in darkness.
When everything exists in darkness,
Lord desired Himself.
Desired to see
that was created.
And all that was created.
The eyes illuminating God.
Illuminating God's Son.
Power of vision.
The power of vision. Oh, and the object of
sight. All became manifested. Yes, who wants to read today?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, start from this.
By what? The universe is by nature dense darkness, and therefore the total creation is called tamas or darkness. The night is the real feature of the universe, for then one cannot see anything, including oneself. The Lord, out of His causeless mercy, first desired to see Himself and all the creation as well, and thus the sun became manifested, the power of vision of all living entities became possible, and the object of vision were also manifested. This means that the whole phenomenal world, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, need to scroll up, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Yes, this means that the whole phenomenal world became visible after the creation of the sun. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Ashad Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Vivasati Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today, first we discuss this shloka. Then everything existed in darkness. The Lord desired to see Himself and all that was created. Then the eye, the illuminating thought, sun, the power of vision, and the object of sight all became manifested. So the eyes, ears, whatever instruments we have, we got it by the grace of the Lord. Even we had eyes, it will not work because you need light. So Krishna doesn't do half the thing. If He does something, He completes it. Not only gives us eyes, He gives us sunlight to see, and He even gives controlling deity to manage the whole thing. So this universe is very detailed creation. Prabhupada always says, Om Purnamadaha, everything is complete. If somebody wants to advance spiritually, particularly in the human form of life, all the opportunities are given. He can use his eyes to see the beautiful form of the Lord. He can use his ears to hear about the Lord. So these facilities are given for our spiritual advancement. And we should be very cautious that in human form of life, what is the best use of this body? To use his eyes to see the beautiful forms of the material world is not proper use of the eyes. It's misuse. I use the ears for hearing something which is not connected. So anything we see, anything we hear, this word is infested with grammakata, talk which has no connection to the Lord. Why I'm hearing? If I have any service, it can connect to the Lord. Okay. Otherwise, I'm still a scatterbrain. Cannot focus myself in Krishna's service. So nothing should be done without any reality in service to Krishna. So eyes are there. When you look in this world, you look at the world to offer it to Krishna. Eyes are peaceful. You see a flower, how can I offer a beautiful flower to Krishna? Anything we see in this world should be seen in connection to the Lord. That is called seeing. Otherwise it says, Pashyan apina pashyati. He is seeing, but he cannot see. Actually, I wanted to today speak on Advaitacharya Parents' Day. Something has come. Deha patra kalatradishu atmaseneshu ashasvapi tasya nidanam eva pasyanapi na pashyati. Very famous shloka. Deha patra kalatradishu. A person is not able to see. There is body, there is a wife, and his relatives, band, when the children and other band of relatives. Deha patya kalatra adishu atma seneshu asasu api. Everybody thinks they're going to give me protection. Correct? Everybody feels. Don't everybody feel like that? I'll get some protection. But Bhagavatam says, what kind of protection? It's not protection. Deha patra kalatradishu atma seneshu asasya api tasyeva nidanam eva pashyanapi na pashyati. Bhagavatam says, no, this is not protection for you. Pashyanapi na pashyati. Dikhta nahi kya? Pashyanapi na pashyati is like very strong word. Can't you see, suppose somebody is walking in the middle of the road and you tell him that actually this is very dangerous position for you. And he says, no, I understand. Hey, Baba, if you understand, then why don't you take care? But Pashyanapina na pashyati. Person is seeing, but not seeing. That's the reality in this world. Deha patra kalatradishu asvasenashu asasyapi tasyeva nidanam eva pashyanapi na pashyati. what has happened? Still fine. So person doesn't see the reality of the life, how the things are situated, and he is feeling bad. And he is foolishly thinking that his family, wife will protect me. Prahlad Maharaj says, reverse shloka. He says, my dear Lord Narasimha Deva, if somebody neglected by you, he has no protection. Just like a boat in the ocean is not a protection, just like a doctor for a patient is not protection, just like father, mother are not guaranteed protection for the child. All these three things, we feel there are protection. We're in a boat, ocean, there is a boat, I feel I have protection. No guarantee, one wave, finished. You're a doctor and you feel I have protection, doctor in front of you, but you cannot protect. Just like today, corona, they have no medicine. If you get, they have no medicine. Before getting, they're trying some vaccines, but as they get, they have no medicine. So there is no cure, no guarantee. Doctors simply look at you helplessly. Medicines are not working. And then parents are there, they want to protect the child. In front of the parents, the child dies. So they look to be protection, but actually real protection is Krishna. If somebody neglected by Krishna, has no protection. Okay, so I just want to now move on to something else. I thought I have a presentation, my computer says, but somehow I'm not able to open the presentation. I'll speak directly and then other people can also enjoy. So there is this discussion which is there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita about life of Advaita Acharya. Today the appearance day of Advaita Acharya. So half day we should all fast. Spiritual life is chanting and little bit of fasting, not much. In our Krishna conscious movement, austerities are not so much. But some fastings are needed. At least that day we know, oh, that was somebody's appearance day. And we honor him by fasting. It's an occasion to celebrate. Advaita Acharya is actually Mahavishnu combined with Shiva. Another way technically we say is Sadashiva. Okay. But anyway, easy to understand is Mahavishnu Shiva coming together because many of you do not know what is Sadashiva. So he also wanted to participate in the Lord's pastime. The Shiva went to Vishnu. They said so much problem is there, metal words. So they came together. That's Advaita Acharya. Therefore, Advaita Acharya many times mentioned as Vishnu in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And some places reveal is Shiva himself. Okay, it's a combination. Because Sadashiva is a Vishnu Tattva. That's why it is. Okay, chalo, let us continue. Now, what happens is that he's already appeared and he has 2-3 houses, Advaita Acharya. And he is there in Navadip area. And he is the one responsible for the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. He was vigorously preaching. So a lot of Vaishnavas used to come to his place, but he felt that materialism and desire for sense gratification is too prominent. People are not becoming interested in spiritual life, and those interested in not becoming serious because they are attracted by the variety of this world. When they are attracted by the variety of the world, we cannot be attracted to Krishna. Both cannot go together. Then the happiness of Krishna consciousness will not manifest. There is simple statement in the Bhagavatam also that as Rajoguna Tamoguna goes out, person becomes peaceful and happy. So somebody is not happy, he is in Maya. Correct? Because Lord is in control. Why somebody is sad? As if God has done injustice, other people are doing injustice, then person is sad. Sad person always will, they are doing politics again. This is sadness. He doesn't know God is under control. Why we sad? Sad means Maya. So Advaita Acharya was feeling that the world is suffering. Something should be done. So he was vigorously preaching. Very difficult. Cannot elevate. He made. Prabhupada says he can do everything, but he felt as a humble Vaishnava that I can't do it. Then he decided to now call Lord Chaitanya to come down. And Lord Chaitanya was being called by him. So what did he do? He remembered a verse from Shastra that Krishna gives himself away to somebody who offers shaligram, tulsi and water. So Krishna becomes his property. So he decides, okay, Krishna likes these two things, tulsi and water, I'll offer it. Okay, he has a shaligram and he starts worshipping. Just offering two things, tulsi and water, and praying intensely. You know, it's not that volume was important, but his call was sincere. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jokes, later, not jokes, tells, I was lying because there is no difference between Krishna and the Lord taking Yoga Nidra. So I was lying, taking Yoga Nidra, and then Advaita Acharya woke me up. Get up, come! Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, come! Come! He said his call penetrated the covering of the universe and called Krishna, please come down as Lord Chaitanya. So he said because of his call, Lord Chaitanya came down. So that is Advaita Acharya's first contribution. He was the one who brought Lord Chaitanya to come. But you will say, it is already predicted in the Shastra, the Lord will come. So he had to come. There is no have to for the Lord. Even though it is given, this day he'll come. No, he may not come. Just like Lord Krishna also. Narad Muni did so many things so that make him come down. So it's like the time is there, but the Lord cannot come. He need not come. There is no force. So he chooses to come. Shastra, yeah, what he speaks is Shastra. He will write another law. I will not come. Over, no chutti. Because it is given in the Shastra. He can change it. He is the one giver of the maker of the law. So there is no force which can bring the Lord down. But Advaita Acharya intense call, please my Lord, I am not able to deliver these people. The world has totally materialistic. Please help me. So then Lord Chaitanya actually came by the call of Advaita Acharya. That is the first contribution of Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya also has many other contributions. I wish I could have shown you my presentation on it, but I know there's some problem. Okay. The second thing is that as it's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes, Advaita Acharya used to come to participate in this pastime. Therefore, we have Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasati Gaur Bhaktavan. It's Panch Tattva. There are 5 Tattvas here. And Advaita Acharya also is part of that. And Advaita Acharya's contribution continued to be part of his Harinam Sankirtana. And Advaita Acharya was actually not very happy because Lord Chaitanya used to respect him a lot. So he used to feel little irritated. Why Lord Chaitanya worships him so much? Because Lord Chaitanya used to take him like his guru. Because Advaita Acharya is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grand guru. Ishwar Puri is guru. So he's on the status of his guru. But Advaita Acharya did not like it because he knew who is he and who is Lord Chaitanya. So what he should, one day he started speaking Mayavada. So Lord Chaitanya became very angry and he came running and chuk, 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 chuk. And he said, yes, I'm very happy now. Because I wanted you to be, I want to become subordinate to you. Then Lord Chaitanya started smiling. In fact, many times Advaita Acharya used to worship Lord Chaitanya. Okay. There was once an instance of Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. And when he took sannyas at that moment, what happened? Advaita Acharya felt a little sad. His mother could have seen him some more time because she is such a great devotee. At least give his mother a chance. His wife now cannot meet him. Sannyasi's wife cannot meet him. But mother can meet him. So I can do something about it. So he sent Nityananda Prabhu. He made a plan in Nityananda Prabhu. You kindly distract him and bring to my house. After sannyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just chanting and dancing in ecstasy, not even knowing it is day or night. He is in full ecstasy going to Vrindavan. And Nityananda Prabhu was following him, chanting and dancing. And Nityananda Prabhu knows all around because when he was a small child, he has gone all around India. Anyway, he knows he's Balaram. So Chaitanya Prabhu asked him, which is the way to Vrindavan? This way, this way. He gives the wrong way. And finally, going around, he comes to the banks of the Ganges. So when he sees the Ganges, Nityananda Prabhu said, Nityananda Prabhu, you reach Yamuna, Vrindavan, and this is Yamuna river. Oh, really? Then he starts offering prayers to Yamuna and takes bath. And then what happens is that Advaitacharya appears on a boat. Chaitanya Prabhu said, Advaitacharya in Vrindavan in a boat, he has come going from all the way from Bengal. What is happening? Something is wrong here. So he asked Advaitacharya, is this Vrindavan? So Advaitacharya said, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Yeah, you people cheated me. He said, Nityananda Prabhu said, I didn't cheat you. So Yamuna goes from below and it touches Ganges. So the below water throughout can be said as Yamuna. So it is Yamuna only. So Advaitacharya says, anyway, see, you're taken bath in the Ganges and your clothes are wet. You do not have another set of clothes. What you'll do now? If you need a set of clothes, come to my house. I have a nice set of clothes for you. Number one. I think he had already brought the clothes, so you can change your clothes. Come to my house. There's nothing. Little, 1 gram, some little you can have something I've kept for you to eat. So both Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Prabhu sit on the boat. Advaitacharya go to his house. And when they go to his house, Advaitacharya's wife, his wife, Lakshmi, and his Vishnu, has cooked for Lord Chaitanya. How much they cooked? Or you take as Shiva, Parvati or Lakshmi, Vishnu, they have cooked. Yeah, because the combination form. And how much they cooked? Can't even imagine. I love thousands of dishes, and massive. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to see the altar, he takes darshan, and in front of the altar is like so many items of, imagine old temple always full of so many items. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I want to touch the feet of somebody who has offered to my Lord Krishna so many wonderful items. Okay. So after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we're very happy when you make nice dishes for the Lord. I want to touch the feet of the person who made such nice dishes for the Lord. Then he says, then a small banana leaf, few items you can keep for me. So in front of the altar, that is, he had made one thing for the altar and 2 seats more. He had made 3 sets of offering. One set was for Nityananda Prabhu, himself Balaram, one for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna. So actually that was his plan. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, what is the seat for? No, for you. Me? That is for the Lord. You give me a little and a leaf. So he holds the hand of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, you cannot cheat me. I know who you are. At Jagannatha, you are eating 56 times this much offerings. So please sit down and don't do any more drama. He gets angry and makes him forcefully sit down. Nityananda Prabhu sit down. So both are eating now. And then he's very happy, very, very happy. And how much was the rice? Like one mountain, 25 kilos, like that. And in the center, 1 liter ghee. And he had kept all vegetables with big, not like the steel plates now. There are some made of leaves and other things, or made of clay, big pots of vegetables and dal. So as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eats little half, he'll fill it back again. So just imagine, he's eating half, again fill it back again. So it was like, I know somebody read this whole Leela and they called us to their house for a feast, like this only. And when you're eating, fill that back in. I said, please, we are Jiva, we are not Vishnu Tattva. It was like a torture, not a feast. So anyway, so that's very interesting. In Chaitanya Charitamrita is the only book on earth which describes, of scripture, which describes feast. One chapter will describe the feast itself. That bada was there, that badi was there, that dal was there, that sabji was there. It was cooked like that. And all the good cooks only. Everybody knows how to cook. Prabhupada said only lazy people don't cook. So anyway, the big feast over. So then what happens after that big feast is over? Going on, Nityananda Prabhu wants to have a little fun. So he said, my dear Advaitacharya, yes, only this much food, huh? 3 days, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been dancing and walking and I was walking behind him. I didn't eat for 3 days because I had to take care of him and bring it to your house. I thought today something is there to eat. Only this much, huh? This will not fill my half stomach also. So the Acharya replies to him very funny dialogue. He says, see, you are a sadhu. You should be happy with whatever somebody gives, not be so greedy like this. So then Nityananda Prabhu says, what is this food? He throws few pieces of rice. Kya khana hai? He throws few pieces of rice. And it touches Advaitacharya's head. And he goes into ecstasy because it's Balarama's blessing. But this externally still, this is Avadhuta is destroyed my dharma. So anyway, it goes on. Very, very funny conversation goes between Advaitacharya and Nityananda Prabhu. You can read that. Then after that, every day there is a festival in the house of Advaitacharya. Every day in the evening, 3 hours there is Harinam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to enjoy, relish Harinam, then personally start dancing. When personally should dance, it was in ecstasy, full. And sometimes he'll fall down. Nityananda Prabhu, the one who will hold him and bring him up again. He will dance with ecstasy for 3 hours every day. And Lord Chaitanya's mother was there all through. She was called there to be with the son for some more time. But she was there. She used to cook for him every day. She told everybody, I will get few more days to cook. Let me cook. And she was very happy. And then finally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw, what is the situation? I am here surrounded by whom? My own relatives. This doesn't look good. After sannyas, we go out of house. Out of sannyas, I am sitting with house. This doesn't look good. For what I took house sannyas? I took sannyas to preach. So that purpose is not being fulfilled. This was any way of doing. So Lord Chaitanya took permission from his mother, said, let me go now. So she said, yes, you go, but don't go to Vrindavan. Go nearby to Jagannath Puri. So he said, okay. He changed his plan from Vrindavan, went to Jagannath Puri. Because the nearer, she can get some news. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went with Nityananda Prabhu and other associates. He went to Jagannath Puri. So when all the devotees were sad, everybody was crying. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was finally going away. Advaitacharya also was crying. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are the leader of all the Vaishnavas now of the Navadip all area. If you cry, then how others will handle themselves? So please. Then he held himself. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went. And then Advaitacharya every year used to come to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with the team from Shivananda Sena used to lead the whole team. And Advaitacharya used to every year come accompanying them. And they used to come. Even Nityananda Prabhu used to come because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally forced him to accept Grihastha Ashram and also to preach in Bengal area. So Nityananda Prabhu also used to come with the whole team. By the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forced Nityananda Prabhu to take Grihastha Ashram to set an ideal how as a Grihastha we can practice Krishna consciousness. So the whole team used to come every year to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and stay with them for 3-4 months. See the Jagannath Rath Yatra, have some association, dance in Nagar Sankirtans, dance in Jagannatha, dance in the temple of Jagannatha, so many ways, and have good association with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They all used to come. So every year this used to go on, and Advaitacharya used to participate. Then another beautiful pastime is that Advaitacharya himself, he told Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now is the time to go. He said, now no longer rice is needed in the market. It's already full. Means, my Lord, you have spread the mission. Now you can leave. Because he is only called. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he sees the message from Advaitacharya, when he sent through a devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understands what's the message, started smiling. And then after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he immersed simultaneously in the two deities. One is Jagannatha deity and one more deity in Jagannath Puri. What is the deity called? Radha. Okay, now some people will tell me. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu merged inside the deity and it disappeared. So that was little. I want some more people to add something about Advaitacharya. I just landed from Bangalore. Nice to see all of you. Hare Krishna, Aishwarya Mataji. Some more past in the Advaitacharya. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Advaitacharya Yes, as he told, he called and Mahaprabhu appeared, and so we should definitely pray to him. And in that song, it is said, "Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Bale Pai Chaitanya Nitai." So if we, Advaita Acharya is so merciful. If we pray to him, we'll definitely get Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's and Nityananda Prabhu's mercy as well. And yes, Prabhuji. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Gaya, and then when he got the Harinam, he was completely changed. Nimai became so in ecstasy, and he went to Srivas Pandit's Angan, Srivas Angan to do the kirtan with close devotees. Advaita Acharya didn't believe it because he thought someone is faking. So he went and escaped to Shantipur and he didn't come. But Mahaprabhu was so in ecstasy that he wanted to see the person who called him. So he sent someone to Shantipur to inform that, come, Mahaprabhu is calling you, Nima is calling you. But still, Advaita Acharya did not believe. And that was the time when Mahaprabhu showed his Vishwaroop, his universal form. So when people question about Mahaprabhu's origin as an avatari, as Krishna himself, and since in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna wanted to set a criteria for God to show his Vishwaroop. So Mahaprabhu showed that universal form to Advaita Acharya, and he was in ecstasy at that time, and he rolled on the ground, and he came to know, oh, my Lord have appeared on my call. And he was so happy because he was so disturbed by the fallen condition of the Kali Yuga people that he knew that only Krishna can himself come and save them. So Advaita Acharya was so happy. And yes, when Nimai was born, also Sita Mata, like his wife, had come with lot of gifts to see Nimai. So she always considered him as her son, and she cooks so much for him. And so this is what I remember, Prabhuji, about the Leela. And yes, so by just offering Ganges water and Tulsi, Advaita Acharya cried and prayed for the Lord. So hope our devotion also, we follow his footstep and beg his mercy, so that Lord appears in our life also and give pure devotion to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to add something more about Advaita Acharya? You can read Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is a last section, chapter on Advaita Acharya. There is a lot of description there. Yeah, it's open. Nobody's speaking anything. Hare Krishna. Manath, Hare Krishna. Any other pastime, Advaita Acharya? So today, please fast half the day if possible, or take some fruits and pray to Advaita Acharya. Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Adipai Chaitanya Nitai. So we can by mercy of Advaita Acharya give Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu. Sincerely chant Hare Krishna mantra. Advaita Acharya, you wanted to spread Krishna consciousness, so you try to spread Krishna consciousness. Janma sartha kari karo paropkar. So you become Krishna conscious, then you can easily spread Krishna consciousness, and by that way, Advaita Acharya's blessings you will get. Okay.
Prabhuji, I have one doubt regarding that. Prabhuji, so fasting half the day means what should we do? Means
you can take some fruits, you can take some water, you can take some milk.
Okay.
You can do different kind of fasting. Anna, simple fasting is Nirjal fasting. Nirjal you cannot do, you can do Jala fasting. You cannot do Jala, you can take Safala, Nirjala, Sajala, Safala, little fruits you can take. Okay? Okay? Your timing is different, no? Or you more? For us, only 2 hours remaining. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ancha
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Kripa Sindhubhye Sankaram Bhavnebhyo Anant Kodi Vaishnava Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai.